You have that intro yet? That's the intro. Oh, shoot.
Yeah! I'm ready, baby!
Fate decided.
Let's get this party started.
Craving something scary.
Hello, Sydney. It's an honor.
Jojo Jake.
Don't you swear at me, you little shit! Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother!
Night Watch Zone.
What's the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was.
The collective has spoken. What's going on? Q&A Mondays. We got the collective, or at least half of the collective.
Oh,
there we
almost
go.
all of the collective.
Three-fourths of the collective. Here we go, guys. We're making it through the grind. Yeah. For you guys in the live chat, thanks for hanging out. We see you guys are having some really cool conversations. So, yeah, guys, today is the day. You guys have any questions, we'll try to answer as many as we can, or any really cool comments. So, guess we don't have Fate here, right? I mean, kind of a sad day, you know?
No.
It kind of breaks my heart. Is it really
sad?
Well, hey, look, man, I gotta at least say it because he's probably watching from afar away.
Oh, that's right. Fate, it is very sad. That's right.
Yes.
Sorry, we're so sad, dude.
Let me weep a tear for you.
Oh.
Just a single tear streaming down my cheek.
Maybe just half of a single
Down
tear.
my consonants in my face, dripping off my chin.
Oh God. Hey, what's up? Val's in the chat. Jen, Jason, Wayne, Angie. All right. Nice to see you guys. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Bob's in the chat. All right. Horror
What's up,
B.
Bob?
What's up,
Yeah.
everybody?
Horror B, what's up? What's up?
Hamish.
Yeah.
Yo, yo.
All right. And Val's doing the deed, man. Saying, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Val. We appreciate that. Denisha's in the chat. And of course, I always love saying this. Ben Tramer. Ben Tramer. I love
The
it.
Ben Tramer in the chat.
That's right.
Nice.
The Ben Tramer. Oh, well, look, we might have someone that's... Who's knocking on that door? What?
Uh-oh.
Let's see.
Oh, no.
Let's see who this is. What the heck?
Here comes trouble.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey.
It was all a scam. No, I'm joking.
Oh.
Are you a WWE superstar?
Dude, I should have had music playing. You're right. That would be
Oh.
great.
John Cena! Just like out of nowhere. Yes.
Oh, man.
I should have played it up. I should have came in like I was all dopey and stuff. Like, damn, there were so many options. But
Hey,
no, we're
guys.
here. We're here. I did not have my surgery today. I went there. Everything was fine and dandy. Filled out all the paperwork. Everything was going great. And then they were like, "We messed up. We're gonna have to reschedule your surgery." So I Fate working that injured gimmick.
That's right. Bobby
Facts.
knows what's up.
Facts. Yeah, but no. So I ended up. I had like a whole criteria. Even like I had to fast for like a day or whatever. I couldn't drink water. I couldn't do nothing. So I'm like dehydrated, like dying of thirst. And of course, like you don't realize. I think it's a mental thing. Like when you're not drinking water or anything, all of a sudden you're really hungry and like super thirsty. Okay, because like the whole like 12 hours leading up to the thing, I was like, I like down water and all this stuff, and like the back half, I was just like, I need a drink. Like I felt like I was stranded on a desert somewhere, like just searching for water. But yeah, we got there, and they postponed it to June 13th. So that's a Monday. So that Monday, hopefully I'll do it. I wish they would have called me and said, "Hey, we're gonna have to postpone your surgery today." That would have been great instead of making me drive all the way down there, fill out all the paperwork. And the lady was like, "Well, at least you filled out the paperwork." I was like, I could have done that when I came in. I stayed up all night. I was like, man, it was a nightmare. But we're here. We're here.
Yes.
You guys are gonna get like a ton of videos for me this week because I like pre-scheduled and recorded like a bunch of content. and I still need to stay in the swing of things. If I'm, just because I had that, just because I know myself, I'm lazy, I won't do it.
Just take off a couple days, man.
Yeah,
Rest
no,
a little bit, dude.
I probably should, but no, because I know myself. I'm late. I'll start making excuses for why I should take the next day off. So
Well,
stick
okay.
in the swing of things. So yeah, so you guys are probably gonna get like 4 or 5 videos a day.
Oh wow.
Because I have like 15 videos I scheduled. Like
there is such thing as
15.
too much content.
You could drown your.
Right?
Yeah, I believe that's true. Really,
Yeah.
I think it's because if people start getting those notifications too much, like more of the casual subscriber, I call it, or who not the die-hard quote. They'll either turn off their notifications and they'll never know when you post, or they'll just unsubscribe.
Yeah,
So you gotta. It's a
you
balancing
can
act.
Oversaturate them. No, I mean I won't. To be fair, I already kind of do. I mean, I do like 2
Already
videos a day.
oversaturate.
Plus live streams. I do like 2 or 3 live streams now.
Plus door to door.
People love it. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
Door-to-door
I mean, I'm
marketing.
Door to door.
Cold calling on the phone.
You knock on people's door, they answer. You're like, "What are you doing?
what are you doing?
I'm on YouTube right now."
Have you guys ever seen that salesman, that super cool salesman or whatever? The guy that's like, like, see this stain? It's darker than my skin color. He's like, now watch how quickly it fades away. Like, dude, that guy is so funny. He has YouTube videos and everything. He's like, he's titled like the world's greatest salesman.
Wow.
It's like, I mean, it's pure comedy. Like I would buy something from him just to hear him talk and be like, okay, here you go.
Wow.
telling
Hey,
you.
what's up, Amber? Maverick.
This is new. It is.
Crazy.
It is. It's been an eventful day.
But that's a funny thing too, because Jake, when you said the possibility of too much content, I think it's safe to say that I don't know if the live chat can see, but we're all we're just pushing through, man, because we've just been so busy. And for you guys in the live chat, I know every once in a while we'll have those types of conversations here and there about just kind of behind the curtains. But Jake, I'll start with you, if you're able to answer it. But what do you think is the good balance of things? You know what I mean? Because like when you said, well, there is a thing such as too much content.
I've been trying to figure that out lately, especially. Like last month I went nuts because I didn't have a job to go to, so I was kind of just focusing on making content. This is my full-time thing now.
Yeah.
And I thought that like just making as much as I can about everything that was going out there and
Yes.
trying to give something smart, like an interesting take on all of it, was the best way to go about it. But some videos just like bombed and like no one really cared. It was just like it all did. Like in this week too, I haven't been having the best luck with the 2 videos I posted today either. So like I don't. You just got to find the right time to do it.
Yeah.
I guess I don't really know. Like I couldn't tell you. I'm thinking like this week is it's a finals week for a lot of college kids. So maybe that's why. But like I put out a really good Nope theory today, and I was like really, really happy with it. I was really happy with the video, and like one of my worst videos of my past 10. So I don't know. I haven't been doing so hot with the videos for the past 2 weeks or so, but
Yeah.
who knows?
Jake, I could have told you a Nope video is gonna bomb. You should have
I
told
made
me.
a black
Listen.
phone video and it's only at like
Well-
35 views.
No offense,
No.
Craven, but my Nope videos do really well sometimes.
No.
So,
Actually,
like,
my first
I don't
one.
know.
You know that one? Remember the first time I've only done 2.
Yeah,
The
I
first one,
remember
like
when
a
you were
month
talking
ago,
about
I was
that.
I was telling you guys I was kind of bummed out, kind of like you're feeling right now. Remember that?
Yeah.
Because there was
Yeah.
like nobody watching, like 5 views an hour. I looked
maybe
back
that-
at it I was just gonna say real quick. I haven't looked at it. I hadn't looked at it in like a month. I went back and looked at it. That thing's over 3,000 views now.
Right.
Oh, okay.
right.
So there you go.
It picked up. I was shocked. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it'll pick up,
No.
man.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously things usually will pick up, but I think for all of us, we have a certain, rhythm in our head as far as what we think, our videos will do. But man, maybe that's an interesting thing too, man. It's like, what I guess what I'm saying, I'm sorry, I'm tired too, guys. But but for you guys
It's all
in the chat, as far as the content that we do, I mean, what do you guys think about, when we're talking about, movies like The Black Phone and Nope and maybe some things that haven't been talked about much, in the horror community? Does that still interest you? I guess that's a question I'm throwing out to the chat because to your point, Jake, I know what you mean, because sometimes when you talk about things that aren't, super in the face of everyone, you feel like, hey, that's a great opportunity. But it doesn't
Yeah.
always work out that way as far as, how well it does. And that's a frustrating thing.
Yeah, and with my channel now that I've gotten to a certain point, like I want to start focusing my content on more like weirder, obscure stuff. Because like I love talking about Scream and Halloween, but I feel like in a lot of ways I've talked the little updates to death. And I want to
Yeah.
just report on like the bigger stuff and kind of like start focusing now on like some of the other movies I really like. Because like
Yeah.
that's a big goal with my page. I really want to like open up like, oh hey, I bet you didn't know this movie existed, and talk about that. And
Exactly.
it's like, oh holy crap, like that's so cool. So
Yeah.
I want to start doing some more content like that, but it's like it's a tough choice to make. You know what I mean?
It
I
is.
guess so.
Well,
yeah.
and there's kind of two ways to look at it, either to, like you said, getting to that particular point, or obviously just kind of, leap before you look. I mean, I know I can honestly say, doing some of the more obscure slasher movies, I could pretty much flip a coin as far as, how well it may be received, which I understand it because sometimes it's so obscure that people have no friggin' clue what the hell I'm talking about. But for
Right.
me, as a content creator and also just a movie fan, that's what interests me, is to talk about something that I don't know about that maybe everyone isn't talking about. So it's a balance. It's tricky
is.
too. It
I
really is tricky.
I was actually talking about this very thing with someone the other day, and they were asking me. They were like, like, how come you always talking about you want to do this, this, and that? Like, how come you don't do it? And I'm like, because it doesn't work. And they were like, well, why do you think that is? And I was like, because I was like, in all honesty, because I really thought about it, and this is kind of the conclusion I came up with. Like, when it comes to like Scream, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, I bet you if those movies were coming out, those would be hot fire for us too, things like that. It has history. It has things attached to it that have people genuinely excited. A
Yeah.
movie like Nope that we don't know anything about, and that, the trailer looked cool, but do I really care to watch some random theory videos? No, I'm not invested enough into it. And until the movie comes out. And then once the movie comes out, then the conversation happens. Then people are excited because they know what's going on. And then you can do like the review videos, and you can do like other things.
Yes.
But like newer stuff or stuff that's not as well known, there's not that excitement in conversation. It's like, this is great, but I can wait till the movie comes out to find out, because you don't have any history to look back on and go, oh, well, this, and this were like this. So I wonder if this is going to be like you can with Scream and Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street and stuff. And I think that is real. I think that's the big reason why, like, when we do these like other like random, videos and stuff, they just don't do very well. Because even like the Fate Talks Films channel I have, like if I talk about Scream or Jeepers Creepers or Halloween or something like that, they always do good. Like I could make probably just as much I make off of Fate Decided on the other channel if I did that, but like that's my channel to like experiment with stuff. So like I like don't really talk about that as much. And every time I talk about anything else that's other than those, like I'll get like 100 views if I'm like, I mean, I only have like 2,000 subs there, so it's a big difference. But like, I'll be lucky to get like 100 views like that day. It's like, damn,
no,
man, really?
I know exactly what you mean. And Eric was saying, I love hearing about the other smaller horror movies. Sometimes that's how I learn about the movie in general. And I absolutely agree. And, I think that's kind of, I don't want to speak for you, Jake, but I mean, I think that's kind of where we were coming from, is that, it's some movies that just don't have a lot of content out there, at least that we see, and it interests us. I mean, and like I said, not to be plugging our stuff, but I know, like I said, I know for me, like with Slasher Movie Club, some of those movies, I never heard of, but it's kind of an experiment of sorts to watch a movie I haven't seen and then talk about it to see, hey, is this good or not? So
It's a tough balance period. And even from us, from our standpoint, like, we're not making money. We're not really doing much. Well, it's like, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's hard to say like, okay, I'm going to make a video I know that's going to get 30 views over a video I know that's going to get 3,000 views.
But I want to like that's the thing though. I want to stop thinking from that perspective. That's something that's really it's going to be it's tough, but it's like I feel like if I shift my content a certain way, like people will catch on and it'll be cool cuz like I want to put a lot of effort into like videos about a bunch of other weird horror movies I love. Like and that's that's the thing. Like it might be tough, but like there are plenty of channels that do that though and are successful for doing it. So I don't know. It's something that I want to start playing around with a little more, but I do want to keep doing updates on like all the other horror movies as well, just like focusing on some of the bigger stuff, I guess.
Yeah. It comes down to our subscriber base too and our audience. Cuz the problem is, okay, so like Jake, great example. You have 10,000, so it's a nice round number for everyone to follow. Out of that 10,000, you probably have, cuz according to YouTube analytics, 14% is the average. Like that's a good number. So if you have at least 14% of your subscriber base watching videos, that is good mother. So that means 1,400. You should be getting 1,400 views per video for your thing, and that is a good number. Not everyone has 14%. So anything that I talk about, like Scream, anytime I talk about Scream, anything like that, I'm always over that 14%. Right? Anything else, I'm always under it. But anyway, the point is that 14%, you should have 1,400 people. Out of those 1,400 people, like half of them are probably not even subscribed. You know, like say you got 1,400. So you got that. So really you have 700 people. If you throw out a random video, that drops significantly. So now you got like maybe 200 views a video. Out of that 200, you have maybe, half that aren't subscribed. So that means in reality, you only have about 100 people that will watch anything you put out.
Right.
And that's sad. I mean, same thing for me. I mean,
it's the truth, though.
The truth. The only reason I use you is because you have around 10,000 number. But it's the same thing for me. I have 7,000. Anything I put out, I get roughly the same amount of views. Sometimes it takes a little while to catch up and stuff like that. But like, I have about 100 people that anything I put out, they will watch, whether they like it or not. Like, they'll just watch it to support the channel. And that's the number you have to grow. Like, it's great to say, like, oh, I have 10,000, but in reality, you don't. You have 10,000 people.
You're 100% right.
Don't care. Like,
but like, what I'm worried about is like, I'm probably gonna take the next 2 days off from the channel because I have to work on some movie stuff. We have to get some things done this week to just be ready to start filming this weekend. But like, I'm gonna be covering Firestarter on Thursday. It's gonna be my Thursday video. I don't think anyone's gonna watch it, honestly, but like I really want to talk about it because I'm excited for it and I want to watch it and I'm gonna talk about it in my video. So I'm posting it what no matter what. But I'm just I could also make up a Scream theory and it would get way more views. So it's like it's really frustrating. But I also at the same time I'm just not gonna. The point of my channel isn't to just cover updates on the latest Scream film. You know what I mean? It's not just to cover updates on the new Halloween film. I also want to talk about all the other horror movies in this space. One of the movies I'm the most excited for from the entire year comes out next week. Alex Garland's new feature, Men.
Yes.
I'm super pumped for that.
Yes.
And that's another movie where I know I'm going to post a review of it Thursday night and no one's going to watch it. I don't like... I recommend you. Those are my honestly the videos of mine that don't get any views are some of my best videos. I think honestly,
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, something different. I think. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and and it's funny because, I know some of these guys have some comments or questions that are pertinent, and we'll get to those. Like Jason was talking about Ravager, talking about needs some love and respect. The last movie of Angus Scrimm, The Tall Man. Now that as an example, I did that series, the Phantasm series, after I had done Halloween, and I was thinking, man, this is going to be great because not many people talk about Phantasm. And the first movie was good, but as I went through the series, it just kind of dwindled, and I was having the time of my life, Kill and Coriander. But it just showed that, like you were saying, to your point, is sometimes the movies that you might or the things that you do that you have the most fun with, or might be some of your best work, it may be the thing that's not as well received, and it can be frustrating. It can be.
That's the thing though, is that like if people aren't talking about it, there's a reason. It usually means people aren't looking it up. And I know it looks like oh well, then if I'm one of the only YouTube channels that are talking about this, if anybody looks that up, but it's like how many people are really looking that up? And like that's why like I do like, especially now lately, I've been talking about other stuff I want to start getting into like I did the community polls. Everyone's like, yeah, you need to get back into the scary stories. A lot of people have been looking at my back catalog. I've been getting a lot of comments on those videos again because people want to see like what to expect. Those videos are absolutely terrible. Don't watch those videos compared to what I do now. That was like right when I was starting. So I was like talking like this, trying to be all mysterious and stuff, and it just didn't work. But my point
I
is,
want to watch those videos.
yeah,
Yes.
I want to now. Thanks for saying that.
Yeah, my point is that like, so like I like personally, that's why I do like a Scream video every day. Because like that basically supplements for the lack of, like I said, I did a black phone video, and at this, or last I checked, it was at like 35 views. I mean, yeah, it'll probably get, because I posted it early. I posted at like 6 in the morning, which probably wasn't the best time to post that video regardless. But still, like I thought that was like 7 hours ago. I thought it'd be a little better. Like, you know, at least 70 views, you know, at least 10 views. And I'm sure when all said and done, it'll probably be at a couple hundred views, but it's just slow growth. But that's why I'll post a Scream video every day, because that's like, okay, this is going to get 800 to 3,000 views, depending on how well it's received and how YouTube's algorithm does. Right. And then that gives me an opportunity to post the other stuff. Right. And yeah, I mean, it kind of, oh, go ahead.
No, not to interrupt you, but like Jason was saying, don't worry about views. Just keep being yourself and doing what makes you happy. That's why we support you guys. Your passion drives us. And that is very true. But, you know, and not to get in too deep about it, but you know, for some folks, you know, this is a passion, and it's also, you know, a fandom, and it's also livelihood, you know. So you have to, and especially as you get to have success, the responsibility factor goes up tenfold. And so you know, you also do have to be smart. I mean, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but even doing the Lethal Collective channel, you know, we had to be smart about how we approached it, or else, you know, we wouldn't be here right now. So it does have to be, just being real with you guys watching, it has to be a balance of sorts, because
it's
like
tough. It's tough to find that balance.
It is.
We also, you also got to keep in mind too, for people that like, it's hard to not understand unless you actually are doing it, is that YouTube itself is so analytic driven, everything. So like your last video affects your next video. So, you know, like my black phone video's got 35 views right now. That's good. Like my next video I would have posted, if that was at like, you know, say 500 views right now, my next video would probably get like 5,000 views. But now it's probably, I'll be lucky to hit 1,000 views, just because YouTube's like, oh, nobody wants to watch his stuff today. Like, and it's same thing with Jake. Jake's like, I've just been in this slump lately. I've been in the same slump. And it's because one video did terrible, then the next video, and then now YouTube's algorithms just like,
oh, there.
This always happens.
It always happens.
Very funny.
It's like he's cursed. It's like Insidious or something.
But yeah, no, I totally, I hear what you're saying though, man. And like I said earlier, I think it's like, I see the age range of the people who watch my videos, and it's a lot of like college age kids. And like, it makes a lot of sense why this whole month, like the views have been kind of low. Like everyone's putting out, you know, everyone's doing their finals and all that this week. It makes a lot of sense, I think. So, like, honestly, there's also not a whole lot of big news to talk about. It hasn't been, like, nothing super crazy lately. Apparently, Friday we're getting some big Scream news. Like, that's a huge rumor. I don't know where that's coming from, but I've just been seeing everyone posting about it. So, apparently, casting news, maybe, this Friday for Scream 6.
Supposed to be on Bloody Disgusting, if we're going to see, you know, Radio Silence is supposed to drop it, a promo on Friday. And I did a whole video this morning on this person who's claiming this inside information, and it's a real interesting. So if you guys haven't checked it out, you should check it out. It's on the channel now. But basically, this Friday, this is going to test the credibility of this person, which is why I did the video. I'm like, okay, this guy's got the wherewithal to put a date and out there to like say, here, I'm going to prove to you that I'm not making this stuff up. And so if it happens on Friday that I don't know if it's a he or she, but if it happens on Friday that this Radio Silence announcement comes out in Radio Bloody Disgusting, then okay, this person has some level of inside information, and therefore I will never look at their stuff ever again, because I don't want I don't want leaks. I love rumors. You guys know I love rumors,
right?
But and that's why I posted the video. But if it turns out that it's true, then nothing he said nothing in my video is what I consider really a spoiler, except potentially the Kirby kill as an opening kill. That's possible, but we'll see what happens on Friday. If there's nothing on Friday, then I have no credibility for this person I don't believe anything.
I would.
We'll see.
I would hate if they did that at the opening scene. If they killed Kirby.
Do you know how angry I would be if they killed Kirby in opening? And that's what this guy's claiming is going to happen. It's going to be a Casey Becker kill.
That would be
so pointless.
It'd be so pointless and so much of a shadow and just a waste, an absolute waste. That would be horrible.
Terrible.
I like Scary was saying, I feel it's all about the crowd your channel or channels attracts. That's true too, you know. And I mean, you have to have people that enjoy what you do. I mean, Steven, you know, we were talking earlier on the phone, and that was one of my points I was alluding to. You know, it's like you know, when you're shaking hands with people, make sure it's for the right reason. And but it's it's all a balance. It's all a balance, and you know, we're just trying to figure that out too.
Well, I just want to add, because I wanted you guys to have. I felt like just being the ear to listen today a lot, because I hear where y'all are coming from, and I'm relating to everything you're saying. And
no, you're not. You're killing us.
Yeah, you're doing amazing.
What are you doing?
Craven, you're definitely getting the most views out of all of us.
There's no doubt about that.
Well, listen, tomorrow, you know, it could all change tomorrow. You know how this thing goes.
I'll hold my breath. That's about as credible as that guy you.
Oh my gosh! I was just gonna say that all I was gonna add to that was I understand everything you guys are saying. I agree with it, and one of the things that, to let everybody here in the chat know, and we've all talked about this together offline together, is one of the problems is success is great, but what happens is when you attract an audience, and it goes back to that comment that we just saw that night about. All about who your channel attracts or whatever. Yeah. Because the beautiful thing is when we do these videos and we're talking Scream, which it just so happens for me personally, it's my favorite franchise. I could talk about Scream for years and I would still be talking. I mean, I have been. I just haven't had a channel before now. I've been doing the same thing, but just with people I know. So, but my point is, you get excited about that, and passion is driven through it, and people love it, and they subscribe and they watch. But here's the problem: the negative side is, if you want to call it that, or the challenging side. It's not negative. It's challenging side is that we also are boxing ourselves in to a certain not category, but a certain franchise. I introduced Halloween, you know, remember a couple of months ago, because I said I have to do something. I cannot continue to only do Scream, because I'm boxing myself into this little corner now where I want more. I want to do more with the channel. I'm always going to do Scream. I mean, I promise you that. But so I started Halloween, and it's been well received. The Halloween, and I'm starting to get some new folks from Halloween. Okay, that's good. But again, so I did the Nope videos. I've done 2. I did an X video just to put my toes in the water. But we have to grow new audiences through other video types, because if we don't, there are avenues. And I do agree that we have to. It's a balance, because we want to talk what we're passionate about. Knight, you and I this morning were just talking about. Remember, if you do what you're passionate about, we don't want to just do something because we think that's what someone's going to want to see.
That's right.
Because if you start doing that, you're going to burn out, because your heart's not in it, just your brain's in it.
Well, so, you know, it's funny because and I think, Jake, we mentioned this one time before, but you know, we're huge fans of Lord of the Rings, right? Yeah. You know, and you know, I would have made videos of that like forever ago, you know, but I knew that you know, the particular crowd that I had maybe wasn't ready for that yet. You know, I had to kind of, you know, get to a certain point. But so again, you know, still talking about that balance, and it's tricky. And even for myself, even on my own channel, I mean, you know, I talk horror, but I also talk sci-fi and action as well. But I can even see, you know, where people are being driven to. And so, you know, it's tricky, you know, and like you were saying, Craven, you got to just push through, you know, if that's what you want to do. If you want to talk about a certain thing, you just got to just push through and get those new audiences and stuff. And hopefully that happens, you know, sooner rather than later, you know. So, it's funny though.
It is, and it's something that's helped me. And I may have said this before, but I'll say it again. It seems like it's pretty timely to say it again. Is because I was actually really frustrated about my note video and stuff, which I know it's probably you guys are probably thinking like, oh, wah. But listen, when you pour your heart into something and you really work hard on it, it is disappointing if it's not received. It's just a human factor. It is. And,
Nothing hurts more than when you post a video and it gets a rank 10. That is the worst feeling in the world. Like that is like that is like getting smacked in the face over your video. Like it is. There is not a hate comment that hurts or digs deeper than when you post a video to YouTube and you get a rank 10. You're like,
just awful. Way. I mean, well, one thing that's encouraged me, like with Nope and with X even, but is the thought of this. Remember that we built our channels essentially. Now, me more specifically, I'll speak for myself, and I know Fate as well. At Night, you've always been very diverse, and Jake, you as well. But you know, having really built the channel mostly on Scream videos, now Halloween kind of 2.0 whatever, but introducing new movies like Nope or Firestarter or Evil Dead. I did an Evil Dead Rise video because I wanted to branch out. I want to do something different. But
I like that video.
Well, thank you, man. And I poured myself into that, but the views, of course, are low. But here's what's helping me to fight that feeling of disappointment a lot is because it's like starting a new channel because we're trying to attract those audiences, the Evil Dead audiences that may not have anything to do with our channels right now or even know we're out there. But they're looking for Evil Dead videos. Well, then all of a sudden there they find us. So to me, it's almost like a new movie, is almost building a new audience. And if we do that enough, we diversify and we're sharing our passion, but we're gaining more of into the family. So think of it like that.
I'm so sorry to to totally say something off topic, but this Devil's Light movie, I had I'm side tangent just real quick, I swear, and I'll shut up. But I went to my theater like months ago, okay, like a long time. Actually, it was the last time I saw Scream 5 in theaters, and they gave me a bunch of free posters. Like I asked them, I'm like, you guys have any horror posters laying around that you don't want? They're like, yeah, sure. They gave me a poster for The Devil's Light, and I was like, I've never heard of this before. This is so weird. And I finally saw the trailer and it looks sick. Like I have the poster hanging up on my wall over here. You can't really see it, but it looks like a meh possession movie, but after watching the trailer, I am literally so excited for that. Sorry. Side tangent over, but holy shit, that looks amazing. Very excited.
We'll have to look into it.
I'll have to remember that. Hey, Jen, don't let your cat lick the Ben Gay.
That sounds rough.
Charcoal.
Charcoal tongue.
Yeah, right. But one thing I wanted to circle back on real quick and just talk on is drowning out your audience, right? Because that's always a big concern with me too, because I post many videos. But I was looking into this a long time ago. Like this was when I was first starting, and a lot of the big important people in the influencer space all say you can't saturate your audience, your true audience. Gary Vaynerchuk is huge on this. He is a huge advocate for no, there's never such thing as too much content, because one, you're reaching new people, and two, the people that as he puts it fucks with you, and so and I do understand those points, because he's put it. Even Mr. Beast had something where he broke it down. He was like, look, I do stuff that it's impossible for me to do several videos in a day or a week or whatever. But he's like, if people that love you and want to see your videos, they'll watch every video you post. They might not watch it all at once, but they're going to watch it at some point. There is no such thing as oversaturation. It's just YouTube's algorithm, because you can oversaturate YouTube's algorithm to where videos start messing up. And so that's why I always try to space them out. But there are a lot of YouTubers that post 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day.
Oh yeah,
through vlogs of it, and they get 200,000 views a video.
That's insane, man.
I saw somebody the other day. What's his name? Jamari, I think is his name. He does drama stuff or whatever.
I follow him.
I saw a video for something. It was some woman went for a wedding, got arrested or something like that. And I was like, oh, I want to see what this is. I was looking at his stuff, and he's pretty good. And he's entertaining. And I looked, and I'm like, that dude posts 6, 7 times a day, and every video gets 200,000+ views. Every single one.
Wow, it's unbelievable.
This dude's got to be making a killing. And he's just sitting in his chair, so this this idiot here is just. I'm just like, this is great.
But
Yeah,
like, dude,
yeah,
I
you just
like I
don't know.
watch a lot of like Moist Critical. You ever watch his channel, like Charlie?
I have seen it before, but it's been a long time. I haven't watched it.
He's awesome. Like he's one of my favorite YouTubers, and like it's like the most low effort content, but like it doesn't matter because he's so interesting and he's such a like you want to listen to everything he says. He's so funny. He's very interesting, but it's like I don't know. To me, it's like. I don't know how he can post about like so many different topics and still consistently get views, and he's still grown his channel. I mean, he's been on YouTube since like almost the beginning of it, so like maybe that's it.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, it could
to
be.
me, it's just crazy. Like it's just like I can't believe how much you've grown in that time, considering how eclectic your content is. So,
Yeah, having eclectic content, it's that's always been something that I hope to get to one day because
I think it also depends on what it is. So here's the thing, like movies, it doesn't have as broad of an audience as like if I'm talking about drama. You know, like if I'm talking about drama, I can talk, or I'm talking about just like even like things like sports and stuff. Like it's just such a larger, broader audience. So it's harder for us to diverse into other things that are movie related because you've basically shortened your audience. Where if I'm talking about like even like presidential updates, like that's a huge audience. So you got that, and then if I go and talk about Kim Kardashian, that's a huge audience, right? Like, like stuff like that. Like you have like there are certain things that are easier to be able to diversify at. Like my whole logic is like I had to like figure this out myself to get to the point. I was just like, look, I'm just going to do what I'm doing and just basically guerrilla tactics, like drowned out the marketing or drowned out the videos, like put out as much content as I can, grow my channel as fast as I can, which has been working. I mean, I've only been covering Scream stuff for like a year and some change, and I'm already at 7,000 subscribers. I should hit 10,000 this year, and so it's like what I did worked. And my thing is just like grow my audience as much as I can. And then hopefully I have enough of like that core audience that like that 100 that I was talking about earlier. Hopefully that's like 1,000, and then that becomes 5,000 and 10,000. Because I mean, even like you look at channels, like there's channels that have like 4 million subscribers, but they're still getting like 100,000 views. Like it's so like
well, that's what Jay ran into with Bloodbath and Beyond, and now they have a new channel. And you know what he's talking about? He's talking about stuff I have never heard of. Like he's doing,
but that's awesome.
Like, and it is awesome. Yeah. And they're just they're taking their time, and I, dude, they had 100,000 subs, So I applaud them for making that decision, and more power to them, But they're cool guys. Jay is cool, anyways. Those guys are really awesome. So they could talk about anything, and it's entertaining, at least for me as a viewer,
Oh yeah, I liked a lot of their old like Bloodbath and Beyond reviews. Like I used to watch a lot of those.
Yes,
those were good, man. That was
they were.
I haven't checked out their new channel all that much because what was that like 2 years ago? I want to say they started that, or was that
maybe a year and a half
ago?
Yeah, a year.
Because I remember it was like when I was starting my Killjoy Jake stuff, they were kind of talking about that. So that's I haven't checked out their new page, but like I used to watch them back in like all the way back when before I started my channel, and it was like, oh, this is really cool. This is really I learned about a lot of movies that way, and it was sweet. I think about like Dead Meat too, who they'll cover like Pieces, for example, this 80s slasher no one has probably heard of, but it's so like I love it. It's so good, and I would have never known about that if I had never like saw that Dead Meat was doing a kill count on it. And it's like, oh shit, I gotta watch this movie, and I watched it, and you learn so much about movies by watching the really weird, obscure stuff, because it's just like that's so like this is so weird. I can't believe like it, but it kind of works, and it's like you find movies you never knew you would like that way. And to me, that's so much more interesting than just watching the same movie over and over again, I guess. So that's kind of a big something I want to start doing with my page a little bit. It's what I really loved about other horror pages, so I'm going to start implementing that a little bit.
Well,
here.
I definitely think, I mean, and like Stephen was saying earlier, because you've gone in different angles too, and I would definitely say, I mean, obviously best, but me personally as a fan, I'd absolutely love to see you do that, and some of these guys have made some interesting comments, which Jason says, I love Night Watch doing a movie video, The Car. Yeah, we did episode of The Car from the 70s, and it did okay, but you know, I knew that most people didn't know what that movie was. Jake doing a video on Alligator.
I love
That was
Alligator.
awesome. Craven doing videos of the Stew Train, and I absolutely enjoyed Fate's Ghost Stories. You guys rock. We appreciate that, Jason. We really do.
Speaking of
There's-
Jason, like you were saying, Knight, he literally he's gone through like my entire catalog, like my back
Mine
catalog, everything.
too.
Wow.
And like
Shout out to Jason.
Thank you so much, man. Seriously, you
Shout
are
out
awesome.
to Jason, because we know that everyone doesn't have the time to do a lot of that type of stuff. So he went back to a video. I swear to God, it might have been one of the first videos, you know, on this channel that I did, and I'm like, wow, he really went all the way. I think it was Terror Train, and I'm like, man, he went all the way back, and I'm like,
He filtered by oldest. He did the same thing.
yes,
Wow,
yes,
that's so cool.
and it is cool, because then it also, you know, it makes me remember back then, because in YouTube land, you know, a couple months feels like a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? It's
That's so
crazy.
true.
So, Carrie said, I love Knight's Clue video, and it's one of my faves. Jake's location videos are my fave. Craven's deep dives into Scream content is the best, and Fate's takes on Scream are also my faves. So thanks so much,
Nice,
Carrie.
Gary.
And Knight's live reviews are my fave. Morning streams are the best. So thank you so much. You know, like I said, you know, for you guys that are here, you guys, you know, like Fate's been talking about, you guys are folks that you guys just really enjoy everything, and it really helps us a lot more than you think, and it also helps us to be inspired to continue to branch out and to push ourselves, because ultimately that's something that we want to do, and something, you know, as far as longevity is concerned, that we need to do, you know, because we can't keep talking about the same thing all the time. I mean, who wants to do that? I don't.
Right.
Eventually that's gonna burn out. Like that's my biggest fear, is that like Scream is irrelevant and it's great now, and it's built what I built my platform on. But there is gonna come a time where nobody's gonna care about Scream, and 90% of those subscribers are gonna completely go. The only one, when it goes back to my like 100 people that I was talking about earlier, is that like at the end of the day, those are the only ones that are gonna be there, because they're there for you. They're not there for I want to hear the next latest Scream thing. They're there because they enjoy you as the content creator. Right. And I want to start I have like a whole list. I should probably start this week. I wanted to start it once I felt better. But like I want to start incorporating more things like with me personally, and start growing me myself, and not just horror movies. Like I want to do I was thinking like doing like reactions and reviews and stuff like that, and let people like send me like funny videos and stuff. Like it's easy content. It's stuff that doesn't need a ton of things. I can even do some of those live, so people are engaging in and active. Like I want to do other things to just grow me personally.
Right.
Because then the more I grow me personally, the easier it'll be to diverse into other things, because people don't care about what I'm talking about. They just want to hear me talk about it. Yeah. And so that's kind of where I'm at now, is just like, I think that that's probably the best approach. Like do stuff that makes me look like entertaining, obviously, but like, you know, like let people see me as me, and let those people come in, and, you know, you're going to scare off some people, but you know,
well, that's what I enjoy about doing this channel, is that we get a chance to do that a lot more than on our individual channels. We can sit here. I mean, like right now, we've been talking for 40 minutes about like YouTube shit. I mean, like I don't get a chance to do that on my channel, you know, maybe on my morning stream sometimes, but you don't get a chance to really do that. And by the way, Cody, I did see the Avatar 2 trailer, and don't bet against Cameron. That's all I got to say. It looked good. It looked good.
I really hope it's good. Like, it's one of those things where I'm like, this horrible part of my brain almost would think it would be hilarious if it was really bad, just because of all the all the time and effort he put into this movie. Which I think it's actually gonna be good. Like, honestly, if I'm actually predicting about it, I think it's actually gonna be pretty awesome. But like it would just, I think like there's this dark comedy aspect side of me that would just be hilarious if it was just he works on it for like 10 years and it's like meh, it's like just middle of the road. I'm kidding, but
do you guys think that movie took too long to come out? Do you think that that'll actually have an effect on it?
I mean,
great question.
Logic says yes. You know, my knee-jerk reaction to it is like, yeah, man, this thing is like, you know, at least 8 years late. But at the same time, Cameron is just such a master, and I just have to believe in his ability. I know
about
myself.
The highest grossing movie of all time.
That's right.
Like that this is competing with. I don't expect it to do that, but my real concern is that you don't if he would have done this 2 years ago, I think this movie would have probably even beaten out the first one, which is crazy to think about. Now, I think this is just going to be your average Marvel movie. It'll get maybe close to a couple $100 million. People will enjoy it because think of all the people that probably don't even know what Avatar is anymore. Where 10 years ago, you could have go anywhere without knowing about Avatar.
Yeah, it was on every advertisement.
Exactly, it was on everything. Now there's probably tons of people that don't even know what that movie is, that don't care about that movie. That so I just don't see it doing as well as people think it's going to be. But I could be wrong.
This might be genius though, and maybe James Cameron knew about because here's my thing: if you would have released Avatar 2 alongside Avengers Infinity War or something like that, I feel like Avengers wins all day. Especially that peak Marvel times 2017 2019 in those 2 years, if you would have tried to release some kind of Avatar thing, then I feel like no one would have went to see it, especially if they had gotten to, because there's going to be Avatar 2 3 4 back to back in the next couple of years. They already have that planned out.
That's their plan.
So my thinking is this actually might be genius because you listen, there's more hype for this movie than anything else coming out this year because of how much time and effort went into it. So maybe this was all just genius, I don't know. This could play out exactly the opposite, but maybe because of all that, it's just oh, bam, here we go. We're here, because I'll tell you what, I'm curious. I'm I just said, is this thing going to be a shit show? Is it going to be the best thing ever? I feel like there's no way it's going to be anything in between. So I'm really excited to see which category it falls under. So I don't know. For me, I feel like it might have been the best marketing strategy of all time, but we're going to have to see in December.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, when it started to play, because it played in front of Doctor Strange, my jaw was already open. I was like, oh, they're gonna actually show it. Oh man, and it looks really cool, man.
Did you guys like Doctor Strange?
I loved it.
I mean, we don't have to get into it to ruin it for people, but just generalize. Jake loved it. What about you, Knight? Did you love it? Did you hate it?
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah, it was really, really fun, man. I think it's definitely a great movie to see in the theater on the big screen. And I think Sam Raimi, because I've heard some people say, well, they had some missed opportunities, and that might be true because it's all within the Marvel bubble. But one thing that I think is pretty universal is that you knew that was a Sam Raimi movie that had Sam Raimi's fingerprints all over it.
Some of the shots,
yes,
everything. Yeah.
Oh my god, man. I really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it.
And I really thought the horror aspect was going to be so watered down, but actually there was some really good horror moments in that film, and I was like, that's okay, right. All right, cool. That's sweet. I think it was done well.
Yeah, and to your point, it's refreshing, I should say, that Marvel allowed him to kind of go down those roads as much as they did, because I didn't expect that either. I really didn't. So.
I thought it was going to be them controlling Raimi, not the other way around. Raimi was in control that whole movie, and that was awesome. I loved it.
Yes, I agree. Hamish is saying, Jake, will there be a director's commentary version of Red Right Hand?
There will be. Yes, we already have plans to make that after it comes out. So you'll all the extra bonus stuff will probably come out in January if it releases in December. So, but that's what we're aiming for right now. So
very
cool.
Cool.
If you get the special edition, I'm just in the back room going, yeah. The whole time. Jake's in this scene we did.
You're crazy.
That, and I'm like, yeah.
He's hyping. Yeah. He's my hype man during the entire commentary track.
That's it. Yeah.
Amber saying, I love Pieces. Pieces is a great movie. And by the way, Amber, I did an episode on it. Check it out for Slasher Movie Club. it was a really good movie. I hadn't seen it.
It's great,
since I was a kid. It is, man. It is a really good movie. It's totally slasher. I love it. Totally love it.
Right.
It's great. And not a lot of people know about it. Huh?
Is it a whodunit slasher, or do we know who it is?
Yeah, it's a whodunit.
It is a whodunit, really?
Well, I mean,
okay.
To what level?
Yeah,
won't
like
really get into all of that because you know you.
it's a really bizarre. You kind of just need to watch it. It's one of those where you
Okay.
kind of like it's hard to explain.
You do,
It's just
man.
got its own vibe to it that like I've never really. You don't see that much in other movies. I think that's the best way to explain it for me at least.
Yes, it is definitely different. Like like, and I don't want to spoil it, but there was that one scene where somebody met up with someone in the alleyway at night, and there was and I was like, wait a minute, this is supposed to be a horror movie. What the hell is going on
Yeah,
here,
like
man?
what is it? Like the dramatic shift in time. You're just like, what is that? Yeah, I love it. I don't know. It's so
I was like-
interesting to me.
I was like, man, this is another genre I love, but I don't know if it belongs here, but I'm digging it, you know. Thanks, Andrew.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff, man. I know we had a couple
I'm
other
excited
questions
for
here,
Evil
too.
2. That's right. Emily
Ooh,
said
what?
it. I'm excited for this new season of Evil. You guys ever watch that show? That's
Yeah.
that's the show I always want to bring
Yep.
up, and I always like forget about it. Like,
Yeah.
and I love that show. Like that show is
It's
fantastic.
interesting. Yeah.
It is. It's very different,
Have you?
like to say the least. But
Denisha was asking about the Cobra Kai trailer. I have not seen it yet because I still got to catch up, but I've you know,
I think I saw
I
it.
love the show.
Yeah, I
Well,
love the show.
Don't spoil it.
No, I barely remember it. I think I watched it really late at night, and I
Yeah.
just like half asleep. But
Yeah.
I definitely want to. I'm excited to see that for sure.
Yeah.
Now you should start. Why don't you title your I feel like you'd get more views if you titled your martial arts movies and stuff. Martial artists reviewing martial art movies, like because you always see those. You always see those titles do
Yes.
incredible. Like there's the whole what is it? Not Vice, but like one of those things, and they always do like the Marine.
Yeah.
Reviewing Marine movies. And stuff
Movies,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
those things always have like 30 million views. And
I
stuff,
know, man.
right?
I thought about that. Maybe I'll still do that. I thought about it, but then I was like, But at the time too, like, and it's funny you're saying that because Jason had been saying, yeah, and Blucka too. I want to see some more martial arts stuff because I dipped my toe into it, as far as doing some videos on it. Not a lot, not as many as I want. And just the other night we did Kung Fu Hustle, but I might do that because at some point I want to kind of hit it a little bit more full bore, but I might do that. I might.
Yeah, because like when I popped into your Kung Fu Hustle stream,
Yeah.
I was like, I really wish he titled this like martial artist reviewing or like watching martial art
Yeah.
movie. I was like, I bet you it would do really good in the rewatch.
And if you just
Yeah.
show off your arms night,
Yeah,
like, just
just-
doing one of these, you'll get like 1 million views.
Especially
easy.
if you have like
Easy.
if you have like like a karate suit or something, throw that on like, with the belt and everything, like or just go buy one. And then
Right.
just like stand there like this, like in your suit, and just like I'm telling you, I bet you got to do it at least one time and just see what the result is.
Yeah. Well, that's a good idea. I might try that. And then I'll be like, my Lethal Collective brothers, they inspired me for this. I love those guys.
Imagine it just goes like insanely viral, and he's just like he comes on the next stream, he's like, you're cool.
Shut up, man. Shut up. Oh my god.
Baby, can you be your man?
Wow. I like
Oh,
that. That was
hey.
a good like little
Segue.
Riot Rioter was saying, can we release Lethal Collective merch?
We talked a little bit about that last time. People are still
You-
asking
you-
for it.
You
They
and
are.
me did. Well, I mean, I talked. To
Oh
Jake
yeah,
about
that's
it,
right.
too.
That was
Not
that
yet,
was
yeah, 'cause
afterwards.
they
That's
all
right.
left. Yeah, I mean,
that's right.
I've talked to Jake about it too. So yeah, well,
Yeah.
you never know. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
right.
Stay
There you go.
tuned.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Blucka. Yeah, I did do a little dance there, man. But yes, I've seen Dog Soldiers.
Soldiers.
Really good movie.
Somebody has been begging me to talk about that movie, and
Yeah.
they said they're swearing it's really good. Like almost like a lot of times, very frequently this person is reaching out. Have you watched it yet? Have you watched it? I'm like, dude, I promise I'm going to watch it, but I haven't.
Right.
I never
good.
hear anybody ever talk about that movie. That's the first time I've seen
Really?
it since. Yeah.
A lot. I
Yeah.
see that. I see people talk about that. Like a lot of people think that's the greatest werewolf movie ever.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that.
A lot of people.
I don't know
think
if I agree with it, but it is
I don't know if I
very
agree
good.
with it either, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. Didn't they just come out with like the 4K release or whatever? Isn't that why? Because I know
Oh,
that there
might
was
have
like a surge in hype.
It might
like
have
a
been.
month ago. Like they just
Yeah.
came out with like a new release for Dog Soldier or something.
Yeah, it might have been.
Or it's coming out. One of the two.
Because I've been trying to watch that and like it's nowhere. Like you can't find it anywhere. To my the last time I looked it up. So
eBay. We had to buy a physical copy
go.
on eBay.
I'm telling. Look it up, Jake. I'm telling you. I swear to you, I saw something about a re-release in like 4K or something along those lines.
because I'll like honestly, it's one of those movies that people have talked about so much. Like I'd almost buy it just to see it. You know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good movie. Like it's not.
It is good.
Yeah,
I think
if
you'd
you
like
owned
it.
I don't think you'd be disappointed in it.
No, not at all.
It's not like there's a lot of people that hype that up.
It hasn't come out yet. That's why people are talking about
I said
it.
it either came out or it's about to come or it's gonna come out. Yeah, I just remember seeing something about it.
So June 14th, we get the 4K release from Scream Factory, who any of their releases for a new 4K or whatever is just all, across the board phenomenal. For the most part. Oh yeah, Scream Factory is fantastic.
Not just that, but people seem to like your unboxing of the 4K videos. You should do more of those.
I did one on the what was it? Yeah, I did one for my Patreon page. Like I just went through like everything on my shelf back here, and then I did one for my Scream Steelbook too.
Yeah.
And that did really well. So I'm like, hey, maybe when I buy more movies,
people do love that, and especially for people that do a lot of 4K stuff, unboxings, and that's a whole nother. It's almost like like another type of niche,
a subgenre of YouTube.
It is.
That's what it is.
I mean, like they'll talk about horror movies, but mostly what they're doing is talking about their collection and kind of getting, really down and dirty and geeky about, the 4K, the transfer and all that type of stuff. It's interesting stuff for sure. I follow a few people that do that.
I've seen like small channels that like they'll have 100 videos or whatever, and like all their videos would get like 15 views, and then like you scroll through it, and then like they just have like the showing my movie collection video, and it's got like 110,000 views, and it's like, what?
Right.
How did this happen? I swear I've seen it like I don't know how many times. Like people that they'll do like they'll have like one random unboxing or one random like, oh, here's the collection video like of my horror collection, and like those always do good. Like people are fascinated by it.
Yep.
So I get it.
Knight, I have a question, man, for your martial arts stuff.
Yeah.
Have you reviewed, and I don't think you have because I haven't noticed you, at least lately, unless it's really old. Have you reviewed Kung Pao?
Not yet, but...
Is it on your list, Kung Pao, the comedy?
It's definitely on the list because once, and again, Blucka, shout out to Blucka because he kept saying, well, you should get back into that, which I was planning to, but it might have been a little bit longer than I did. But he was just really trying to inspire me to it, and that was one of his requests is to do Kung Fu Hustle. So I was like, all right, man, let's do it. It works. The timing is right and so forth. But yeah, Kung Pao is definitely on the list. So hopefully that'll be soon.
It's so good.
Yeah,
the director of Kung Pao directed what's his name? Jim Carrey's Pet Detective.
Oh, Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura 2, the second one, which is my favorite Ace Ventura, by the way. I like it better than the first one.
It was funny.
I do too. I'm glad I'm not the only one who feels that way. Yeah, no, I like the first one. Like, it's good, but that second one is like way more iconic, I think.
It is.
Dude, the legs, and he's just like, like on both of his legs. That's so funny. Like, oh my God. I don't know. It gets me every time.
That was prime Jim Carrey, man.
It's so great. I hope we can find a parking spot. And he just hold on, and he just flips and rolls the Jeep in, and it comes right into place. And then you got you must be the Monopoly guy inside the house with the dude. Thanks for the
man. Yeah,
dude, I can just quote that movie just constantly.
That is great, man. You should do that, Steven.
I should do a watch party for it somehow.
You should.
I have two people show up.
You know what you should do?
But again,
video. Yeah.
No, go ahead, Tyler.
No, I was gonna say, what you should do is you should do like a split screen. Like, don't play the volume, but just have like the video playing, and then you're just talking the scenes. Like, I think that would be hilarious. I bet you people would love that. Like, like if you could recite like an entire scene, by yourself, like you should do that. Like that would be. I bet you people would love that. Like even if it was just like a little short, You know, like
Yeah.
even if you didn't make an actual video, you just made a short, and it was just like you got to do like the split screen or something, like, you know, like if you're reviewing something or whatever. So that way it's playing and you're just like, because those do great on like TikTok and stuff, and like there's people that just that's all they do are just like those kind of videos. Like they'll just memorize like a a movie line or or a scene, and they'll just do the whole scene and like animate it, act it out. I think you could do that. I think that'd work for you.
That'd be hilarious, man. Because I love that movie. I really do have it memorized. Seriously.
Thanks so much, Jason. We appreciate that.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, man.
You guys balance your videos really well. We definitely try.
Gold standard. He is the gold standard of subscribers. Seriously,
It's amazing.
It is.
Yes, it's amazing.
Seriously, for all of us, it's insane. Like, yeah.
I can't recall a live stream on any of our channels that I'll go to that he's not on. Jason's there at every single one. So Jason, my hat's off to you, man. It's pretty impressive. We appreciate it.
Thank you for all the support, Jason.
Yes.
We all really appreciate it.
We do. We really do. And it's inspiring, man. It helps to inspire us, as much as I know, and Jason has said it about us that, we bring a lot of positivity and stuff like that. But, you guys, are so important, because without the inspiration and the feedback and the support and the love, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. And Denisha, I'd love to do a watch party for Cobra Kai, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But I do love Cobra Kai, though. It is very good.
So good.
Still haven't seen it.
It's good stuff, man.
Oh, dude. So good.
I love Silver Bullet, too.
Yes.
Silver Bullet's great.
Yes. And that's right, Doug Soldiers, the filmmaker who did The Descent. I love The Descent, too, man.
Even okay. I'm buying the 4K. Fuck it. The Descent is like one of my favorite movies from the early like from the thousands.
It really is, man.
I should do a video. Look at this is my hoodie collection.
Yeah, you should. The Descent is fantastic, man. When we did, well, it's kind of giving things away, but it was very high on all three of our lists when we did a top 10 of horror of the 2000s.
Oh, nice.
It's just so good. It's so good. Amber saying, Killjoy Jake, Nightwatch Zone, have you guys seen Rigor Mortis? I have not.
I have not either, actually. I'll have to add it to the list.
Yeah.
The list that I always have by my side here.
Denise is saying Cobra Kai watch party, add it to the list. I will.
It's a long list we got. Our lists
It
are very long.
is. It is. Blucka saying, you know what, Jason? You all right.
I like the way you said it, though, Knight.
Blucka is so funny. Blucka pays attention to everything we do, because he messaged me and he said something, and in parentheses he said in Knight's voice, and then he was like, "You all right?" And it's so funny because as I'm reading it, it's like I can hear myself.
You said it. Yeah, that's great.
It's funny. It's little things like that, guys. You guys help us get through our day too, man. Denisha saying, I'm here on your channel as well as members too. Yes,
Denisha.
Yes.
We appreciate it, Denisha.
We do. We appreciate it. Like the live stream I did yesterday, like I spent like 10 minutes talking about how, like, how much I appreciate like everybody, and even like because I see it all the time too. Because we have a pretty healthy dose of people that consistently give super chats stuff, and I get comments all the time where people are like, "Oh, like I really wish I could give you a super chat and stuff like that." And like, I always like, so like I took some time to just say like, there's other ways to support. Like,
there is. Yeah, I was on. I saw when you were talking about
so
that.
You were on when I did that. Yeah, and I just the gist of it was just like like there's other ways. Like I get it. Not everyone can give money, of course.
That's
like,
right.
I love it. It's great. It helps. Helps me grow the channel. I need to buy a new computer. Stashing all my YouTube money aside for that, stuff like that. Because I would prefer YouTube to pay for YouTube. So
that's right.
But like all of those things. So anyway, it's just bully. And like I said, even in that stream, we notice everybody.
Yeah.
Like all of you that are in our comments, that are in, that are whatever you're doing, liking, sharing. I like I said, I literally have notifications for if you post on any social media or anything. So anytime, that's how I found out about like the Reddit posts where they were just like bashing me and stuff, like things like that. Is like, is like, because anytime somebody like puts Fate Decided in it, and I think
That's
I
right.
think you have to put Fate Decided YouTube or something. Like it has to be within the same like sentence or whatever. I get like a notification for it. So
Right. Hey, Zoe's in the chat. What's up? So I can't get
Zoe.
through the day without hearing Knight's voice.
None of us can. Sometimes I just call him. Sometimes I just call him just to have him talk. He's like, "Hey, buddy, what's going on?" And I just stay silent, hoping he keeps. He's like, "Okay."
I just needed to hear your voice.
Like, read me a bedtime story, Knight. Okay.
Absolutely.
Man, you guys.
Hates it. He's like, "This is the 5th story today, Tyler."
Knight, I have a Dr. Seuss version of the Call of Cthulhu by H.P. Lovecraft. I would just love for you to read that on a stream. I just feel like it would be amazing. Like it all rhymes and all that and shit. It's hilarious.
It's
Like,
amazing that that's a thing.
You really do?
He said a Dr. Seuss version of Cthulhu.
That is crazy. Jen says, Fate, why don't you have memberships?
It's a long story.
I just have this readily available.
The call of, oh my
That is the
God.
greatest thing I've
Wow,
ever seen in
now
my
you're
life.
talking.
That is so cool.
I'm friends with a guy who owns a comic book shop, and he got this in, and he's just like, listen, he's like, I got this, and I was gonna sell it to somebody, but he's like, I thought of you, I just put it aside. You have to have. I'm like, thanks, holy crap. So that if you see all the like half the shit on my set is from this guy, by the way. So massive shout out to Ground Zero Comics in Strongsville, Ohio. Go check that place out if you're in the area. But Marcus, who works the shop there, is amazing. Yeah, he gave me this. It's hilarious. It all rhymes and shit. Like it's a whole book too. Like it all, it's hilarious. I don't know. It's super funny, but
man, that would be
We
something
gotta have
that would be
Knight
cool
read
to
that.
do, man.
We
Seriously.
gotta have Knight read that. Great idea.
Maybe just a few pages or something like that.
I was
That'd be
gonna
so
say.
bonkers crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be great. But channel memberships, like, so to summarize why I don't have it yet, I will sooner or later. One, I want to reach a certain point. Two, my thing is I'm really big on value, and like I actually talked about this in that same stream yesterday because people were asking me about it. Like I don't want I want because you're essentially signing up for a subscription service every month. You're doing that. Like I want to be able to give you something that I find significant, and I feel like I want to give you something that you like, the entry point, like the dollar thing, like all of that stuff that most creators have. I don't want to do that.
Oh, there he goes again.
For highest tier, he'll unplug his microphone. Oh,
Insidious time. Zoe's like,
Aha,
Knight reads
get
me
wrecked.
50 Shades of Grey
There
every
he
night.
I've used
I
StreamYard.
wish so.
I've used the StreamYard the last few days, and I haven't had the problem. It's this StreamYard. Something's wrong with the settings for this StreamYard, and I don't know why. I've tried to fix it. I've been streaming on StreamYard the last few days, and I haven't had a problem. Like, it's just this streamer. I'm telling you, Knight's messing with me. But
I'm not doing it, man. I wouldn't do
yeah,
that to you.
I bet. Craven's doing it. I don't know. So,
hey,
somebody's up
what
to
are you
some-
doing?
So,
Wait,
what are you
what are you
doing?
doing?
When I use OBS or when I use the StreamYard, I don't have this issue. It's just this StreamYard. I don't know why. But anyway, my point is that like the whole dollar thing, like the little small thing, it's like if you want to do that, you give me a super chat whenever you feel like it, and you're not committed to a monthly thing. Like that's my thing. Like I want an entry point that is a fair entry point, but I want to give you more value than what you're paying. Like I want you to, the entry point's $10. You come in and you're like, I would pay 20 for this. I'd pay 30 for this, which takes time, my time. And that's my big problem. Right now, I just don't have the time to commit to the things that I want to do in order to do that.
Mhm.
And you have fair value because again, like the dollar, the things like that, like, yeah, it's cool. It's appreciated. You're showing your support, you're showing your love. But the way I look at it is there's so many other ways that you could do that. And out of that dollar, I get like 30 cents. So it's like, just to me, it's just not worth it. Like for an entry point, and I understand it's not for everybody. Not everyone can come in and pay $10 for a monthly subscription for things like that. But the way I look at it is like, that's an add-on. That's an addition. That's an extra point of entry for people that really just want some like great value outside of like the free stuff, because what we're doing here, this is free. You don't have to pay for this. You get whatever you want. I pump out enough content to where you're getting fair
Yeah, you
value,
do.
where you're getting fair value for
You're
your
a beast.
for your non-dollar. So like
Yeah.
that's my thing. Like so that's why I have a plan. I know what I want to do. I'm just not in the position right at this moment to do that. To where
Yeah.
I feel like I'm fulfilling my obligation, which I'm sure if I made one, most people probably wouldn't care because they just want to support me, which I appreciate. But I need to feel like I'm reciprocating that, you know. So
Yeah,
There you
no,
go.
I
There you
I
go.
totally get that. I've been putting out reviews based off of like what the channel, like what my channel members like want to see me review and all that. I ask for like specific suggestions because, like I said, like on my main page, it's really tough for me to talk about whatever the heck I want. So it's like it's
right.
really nice that I can, like, tomorrow I have a review of The Dentist coming out for my channel members, and I'm so excited to talk about that. I'm going to talk about The Dentist and The Dentist 2 this week and next week, and I'm so pumped. Like I get to talk
Yeah.
about some weird obscure 90s slasher flick, so I'm excited, you know. I'm
Yeah.
the
super
movie
pumped.
makes me think of Blockbuster. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I swear
Yeah.
to you, because it was always on the shelf, like because you know how they had like the B-rated movie section.
Yep.
Like,
right.
they had all the like you'd go over there and like that would always be one of the first ones you see. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean it just took me down memory lane. Sorry.
That's where I used to
Yes.
go when I was a kid. Blockbuster.
Oh
was
yeah,
the-
man.
that was the place.
Hey, that was the place to go. It was like going to Disney World because you just had so many things to choose from. And I don't know about you guys, but my parents would basically be like, "Okay, you can get, 2 movies or maybe 3 or whatever. They have different deals." So it was like you wanted to get the best movies you could get, and a lot of times maybe it was something you heard about or you knew the title of, but more importantly, the cover art.
Yeah.
That was the thing that would really drive you in. And man, it was such a fun thing. It really was. I miss that so much, man. It's
When
I
they
found
dropped
so
like,
many
the ni-
movies that way. Like,
Yes.
like I still
When
think
they-
about some. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say like they dropped when they dropped it to like the 99 cent because it used to be like $5.99 or whatever it was. But when they dropped it to like 99 cents, I would get like 3 or 4 videos and I had like a formula. Like I'd get like the big blockbuster movie that I want to see that I haven't like seen yet. I would get like a horror movie that like I love that is great. I'd get like and then I'd get like the obscure like just stumbled across it. Oh my god, this looks cool. I'm gonna watch this. So that way, if that movie was terrible, then at least I had the other 2 movies to like be good. But anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I totally, 100%, man. Like when I was a kid, like early thousands, me and my dad would go there and we'd get a horror movie and a comedy. That's what we would always do, and we would watch both of them in the same night. And it was all like, and I couldn't find. So I actually have this crazy Blockbuster story. I couldn't find this crocodile movie that I had seen when I was a kid, and I'm like, what the fuck is the name of that? And I'm like, I don't know what's up. Me and alligator and crocodile movies. I love
I
it.
just about to say that. Yeah.
Anything with an alligator, crocodile, I'm in, man. In, whatever it is.
Lake
You have a
Placid.
type. You have a type
Hey,
for sure.
Crawl was
I love
good.
Crawl. Crawl is
Yes.
fantastic.
That is a
It
good one.
is,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
One of the best I've seen.
Now,
Yeah.
I couldn't find this movie for the longest time, and I'm learning about this director. His name is Greg McLean. He made a movie called Wolf Creek from like
Yes.
the early thousands.
Yep,
And
that's
I
a
was
good
I was going through all like the Splat Pack people, like trying to watch all their movies, and I saw Wolf Creek. I was iffy about that, but then I watched his next movie, Rogue, which is a crocodile movie. And dude, I watched that movie for the first time when I was like 6 or 7 years old, 7 or 8, because I think it was 2007. But like. I put it on. I'm just like, oh, this is the movie. I've been looking for this my whole life. Like I couldn't
Yes.
remember. Like I had gotten it from Blockbuster at a young age and watched it, and then I just rediscovered it like a month ago. So that was like one of the greatest movie moments of my life this year. So
Nice.
Yes,
Every
absolutely.
time you talk and you're like, yeah, in 2019 I was 4. I'm like, God damn.
Oh,
this makes me feel
it makes me
older.
go, God. I'm
So
just like,
Yes.
man, I feel, I can only imagine how these guys feel. Man.
Yes. yes.
So, dude, I was gonna say you just
Yeah.
wait.
Now, there's a couple more
Just
questions
wait.
we have here. I'm gonna throw these at you guys pretty
Rapid
quick.
fire. Let's do it.
Let's
let's
go.
see,
Let's fire it
Eric-
up.
Eric was saying, Knight, what kind of martial arts do you do? It's Kung Fu and Tai Chi. So
Nice.
that was an easy one to answer. Bye-bye saying, if the script leaks for Scream 6, who has the willpower not to read it? Me.
I will avoid it like the plague.
Me too.
Just in
Oh.
case you're wondering.
Heck yeah! Like I said earlier, I posted those plot rumors today because I never go on Reddit ever. You guys know that's my rule. I dipped my toes for this one thread, just only this one thing, because Critical Overlord, who posted a video on it, and that was really interesting. And he's the first I'd seen post about it. So I'm like, okay, I need to share this information. So I went, looked up the thread, actually did the prep work and stuff, and I said, okay, we'll see if this guy's right. If May 13th, this Friday, we get a bloody disgusting announcement from Radio Silence, and he's got a track, he's plugged into somebody to get that information. And this person also predicted Kirby was coming back before the announcement came out that she was signed with a talent agency, with the management company. Could be a coincidence.
You could every
Could be.
like you.
And
Like,
I know you can throw
quote
a dart.
Craven, a clock is right. twice a
Well,
day.
look,
Like,
I never said it's fact, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
just
No,
I'm
no.
just saying they're little things that you look for. You're trying to build credibility. That's all. But
No,
if it happens on Friday, then I'm never going back to Reddit. I'm never going back to Reddit again anyway. I have someone, and you know who you are, is my scout on Reddit. He keeps me posted on things because I don't want to go watch the toxicity. I don't want no part of that stuff.
Right.
So
Yeah.
anyway,
I had somebody for Scream 5 that, and you know about this, Craven. He was right on like almost everything except for the trailer release, and he sent me some stuff like proving that was the date. So they must have changed, because this guy was not wrong about one thing.
wow.
Everything he told me, like I was adamant about, like, I don't want to hear like the meat and potatoes stuff, but like when things are coming out, like I was even telling Craven, like I was like, oh, like this is supposed to be on this date, and sure as shit it would be out. And he was like, where did you get that? I was like, he just reached out to me one day, and same thing. It was like credibility. I was like, okay, like and I found it. The only thing he was ever wrong about it was the first trailer when it was supposed to release, and the 7 drops and all that stuff and everything. Yeah, like that was the only thing he got wrong. I was like, man, I don't know who he is. Like, I don't know, like just some random person really just reached out to me, but they were just right. And I was like, all right. I was like,
obviously
cool.
they're part of either the distribution
the
or
Illuminati.
the marketing. Yeah, they're somewhere in there. And like I say, it's going to be. I almost hope this guy's wrong. Like I hope Friday comes, and this thing doesn't happen with Radio Silence, because then I'll be like, okay, I'm just going to forget all this thing, and I'm never going to, whatever. But anyway, you check out the video if you guys are interested. There's several things that he's claiming he knows, and he's holding back on some stuff, but he gives quite a bit away, including Nev Campbell. It's all in there, so check it out. I won't waste our time here, but it's
All right,
interesting.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, the next one we got, and we won't get deep into this. This is a simple question. The question is for everyone. Do you guys think Halloween Ends will be a commercial flop? My answer is no.
No.
Are there people speculating it's going to be a flop? Like, even if it sucks, I think it makes more money than Halloween Kills, honestly.
Yeah. Well, you know how, I mean, I just said we won't get deep into it, but I just think that,
Sorry.
No. It's me going down that road, but I just think because of how Halloween Kills was received, I think there's some folks that are just like, I've heard some people say that David Gordon Green shouldn't have, even directed, this trilogy and this and that. And it's like, have you seen the other Halloween movies?
Yeah,
these are not the worst movies in the franchise.
Yeah, like the entire Thorn trilogy, I think, is worse than the last 2 movies. I don't I like Halloween 4; it's cool, but like it doesn't beat Halloween 2018 or Halloween Kills. It's good, but I don't know. The quality of these movies, especially, is just insane. So
exactly. But Bipolar saying, so if you guys want a good karate movie, check out Sidekicks on YouTube. I think it's from the late 80s, Chuck Norris days. Yes, I love Chuck Norris. Thank you for that. That is a great comment. I'm going to be doing some Chuck Norris stuff soon, so keep an eye out because like I said, I'm such a huge fan of martial arts movies, and I got to talk about Chuck Norris. I've been waiting. So.
Blecca is Chuck Norris's like cousin's nephew's uncle. All right.
I know he showed his lineage thing. I'm like, what?
Yeah. He's a
funny story on Sidekicks. I saw that in the theaters when it was released.
Nice.
In the 80s.
Nice.
Yep.
way
It
to
is
date
very
yourself.
I love it.
Oh,
It's a
listen,
good
I'm
movie.
old. I've never denied it. I'm ancient
Oh,
compared to you
geez.
guys. Especially
Well-
little Jake, our little boy Jake over there.
I
Oh my
know,
gosh, I
oh
could be your
God.
father, dude.
He's like the little panda. He's
I
like
really
the little
could.
panda on his hat.
My dad's only a couple years older than you, Craven.
I was gonna say, yeah, I
Oh,
could totally be your dad. Easy.
Blucka saying, Knight, have
Papa?
you seen the movie
Papa?
Man of Tai Chi? Yes, I have, and it is very, very cool. I like
even heard of that.
Tiger Chen. He's really, really cool.
Never saw it.
Yeah, it's a good one. Martial arts movie wise,
Mhm.
Jen saying the collective has 578 subscribers. I do what I can to promote you guys. Yes, you do,
Oh, yes,
and we
you
really
do,
do
Jen.
appreciate that. Short of standing on a street corner with a sign, how can we get more subs?
Well, first of all,
Standing on the
Jen,
street corner with the
get on
sign.
the streets corner. Yeah, get the sign printed out. Let's go. What are you doing?
We need a
Get it up.
billboard. That's
Get it up. Yeah.
I'll answer that. I'll answer this because I
Yep.
feel like so we're all very busy with our lives and all that right now. But as soon as I'm not in the middle of making a movie, I'm also starting up a podcast for my buddy because he wants some help with it, and he's a really good friend of mine. I want to help him out with that, so I'm in the middle of like 100 different projects. But at some point, like I can start helping out with this channel a little more when I actually have some time, but like the next like 2-3 months are just gonna be like insane
yeah.
for me. After that though, like we'll put some more time and effort into like making videos for this channel. I think where me and Fate have had some ideas back and forth, nothing I can really talk about right now. But we have some much more content coming. This is kind of just like the early days of it, but it's only gonna get going up from here, I think.
Yeah, agreed. Let's see. Ben saying, if you guys were cast as Michael, Jason, Freddy, and Leatherface, who would be who? That's a good one.
Knight is Jason or is Michael for sure because he's the diehard.
Michael doesn't talk.
I know.
That's
but
like
good
his
point.
thing. That's like Knight's thing, man.
what, you
It's his
Freddy?
voice.
you mean what, Freddy? Because none of them talk other than Freddy. So what?
Oh, no.
Freddy?
I got Freddy. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
going first. I'm jumping in.
So, yeah, that's what
Sorry.
I'm saying. He's got to be Michael because he's the Halloween fanatic. You know. And then Jason or Leatherface, I don't care. At that point, they both suck. So, Jake, who do you want?
I feel like I might be. They don't both suck. I like the Jason and Leatherface.
It was a joke.
No, you're making me sad. No, I'm just kidding. No,
Oh.
honestly, like I'd probably be Leatherface because I like to grunt a lot and make weird noises. So yeah,
You do grunt a lot, dude.
yeah. I make a lot of weird
Hey,
noises on
You do,
stream.
man.
So
I
there
never
there
think
you
about
go.
that.
Nowak
Especially-
saying, I'd take the Thorn trilogy over the last two Halloweens.
Oh,
honestly.
wow.
Ooh.
Really? Whoa,
Wow.
that's a
A
hot
lot of
take,
people feel
Knight.
that way, man. I don't
No,
get it, but hey,
Thorn
you know?
trilogy has definitely gotten some
Wow.
legs in the last couple of years.
And I'm okay with the Thorn trilogy. I would sit down with all three of you and watch that right now. I could do that. But
Yeah.
over 2018 and kills, that's interesting. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know about that one. For me.
Yeah. Jake is Chucky. That's a good one. Kiki saying, what are other consistently good horror franchises besides Scream?
There's so many.
Yeah,
There's
there are.
so many good, consistently good horror franchises. Like, I mean, like Evil Dead, Phantasm. I think, arguably, some of the Friday movies. I don't know. Like, just off the top of my head, those are the ones that like I feel like are consistently good throughout.
Yeah.
Is
But I don't know
Scream
what
the
you
most
guys think.
Final
consistent horror?
Destination.
Final Destination. Okay, yeah.
There you
Conjuring,
go. Nice.
Conjuring series franchise.
Ah.
Is Scream the most consistent horror franchise ever, though? Like, just
Ooh.
based on what we've gotten? I think so.
It's
It
up
got
there.
It's hard to
I think
beat it.
it's up there, but like I don't think anything tops Evil Dead for me personally. Like all 4 of the movies in that franchise so far, because we do have a 5th movie coming this year. This
Yeah,
could my answer could change drastically when that movie comes out. Hopefully not, but for me, as of right now, I feel like every movie in that franchise is a masterpiece in its own right. So nothing comes close to that. Like all the Scream movies are good; they're all good, but
Yes.
nothing will ever top Evil Dead for me personally.
There you go. I like that.
a good one.
That's a nice hot
That's a
take.
good one. I love me some Evil Dead. Nothing's better than that. I wish the show was still Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Me
I was so
too.
disappointed
That
when
was
that got
so
canceled.
good.
And they didn't even finish it.
I know, dude.
Oh.
I know.
Dude.
It's so good. It's so good.
I hate that. I hate that. That show was great. It was everything you want from Evil Dead.
Zoe saying, "Can I be Pinhead?"
Yeah, because you love to tie me up.
We have such sights to show you.
Yeah, he does.
Zoe's super
Lucca.
kinky, so it works. What?
He is,
Anyways,
Lucca saying it is really consistent. Yeah. If you look at all three, yeah, I agree. Final Destination 5 is really good and underrated because 4 was trash. Yeah, 5 was. I couldn't believe how good 5
really
was. I could not. And I'm telling you, I really loved 5.
We
I
should
loved 5
rank
so
all
much.
of like the 5th installments in like the big horror franchises. Because like most of
that'd
them
be
have been terrible,
interesting.
but there are some good. Like Scream 5 was great for like a 5th installment. Final Destination 5 was great for a 5th installment.
yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
you know, like we should like rank like the big 5th installment movies.
That'd be a fun thing to do. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. What? Aiden was saying, "No boy, I can't." What? What?
He said, "Oh my god,
I
autocorrect."
think he's had a little bit of what Jake was having last Friday night.
Yeah.
Ooh. Swing. Aiden said, "No bot account, Craven."
Oh, okay,
Bot
that makes
account.
sense.
Oh, no bot account, Aiden. Well, that's somebody else haunting Fate's stream.
Yeah. I had some bot yesterday that just like was relentless.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
and
that was terrible.
I usually don't get it. I usually like
Yeah.
I streamed like every day for the last like 3 weeks and haven't gotten one. And I just got it, but and like usually they'll post what they got to do and move on. No, they were like the whole time. So and Craven popped in, so everyone was joking like Craven's the bot. It was his
Oh,
alt account.
yeah.
He was
Wish
just,
I'd
he
have
was
thought
like-
of it. I would have been.
Yeah,
Before
yeah,
somebody
I
beat
believe
me to it.
Yeah.
Oh, and also to circle back, because I know we're going to be shutting down in a few, but to circle back to what Jen was saying about ideas for folks, you know, I think, and Jen, and the thing of it is, and I know a lot of you guys do this, but I see Jen post on social media, you know, a lot. And it's like, man, that's almost above and beyond. But definitely, you know, for you guys, if you do have a presence on social media, or if you do have any social media, please share out our videos. You know, share out the channel. I mean, that's definitely something that can also help that some people don't think about. And I see a lot of people do it. You know, like Carrie or Jen, or Crystal, you know, and so forth. So, you know, a lot of you guys. But if everyone did it, you know, I think that could definitely it can't hurt. Put it that way.
So true.
I'm sorry.
I've never seen him laugh like that.
Dude,
Sorry,
no doubt.
Zoe's comment threw me off.
Oh, I've never seen you laugh like that. I was like, what did I say? Oh, he's
Man.
funny.
It's
Wise.
just because I turned and I was like, oh, that was funny. I
How
was
do you know about
coughing-
that, Zoe?
I
How
was
do you know about
coughing and
that?
laughing at the same
Zoe.
time. I tried to laugh, but it came out as like a cough. But yeah,
I wish I could have recorded that because you
that
went,
cracked me up. That was so. I was like, oh yeah, because I went to go cough and I looked at the thing and I just started laughing.
yeah.
That was funny. That cracked me up. I just wasn't expecting that comment.
The
That was a good
original
one. Thank
Evil
you, Zoe.
Dead,
That was a good one. You got me.
it is a masterpiece. I agree.
The original, yeah.
It is,
Yeah.
man. Gosh, Sam Raimi.
Oh, that's what I was going to say
Amazing.
real quick to
Yes.
touch on what you're talking about. Look at it like this. We have 578 subscribers. If everyone posted on social media, I bet you we'd be at 1,000 by the end of the day. Because, I mean, if just all of them got one new subscriber, like Carrie was a great example. Carrie posted to try to help me get to 7,000, and she was disappointed she only got one sub for me. And I was like, that one sub could ultimately lead to thousands of subs because they're going to watch the
Absolutely.
videos. They're going to hit the like button. They're going to
Yep.
do all these things. And then that just gets it to new people. Like trickle down effect. Like, you know, like even if you have 10 people that follow you, like all it takes is one of them to come over and
Yeah.
that generates new subs and so
Yeah.
on and so forth. So, you know,
Yeah.
that's my whole thing. And I get it. Not obviously not everybody's going to post on social media, but I mean, you know, if 100 of you posted on social media, you know, I guarantee you we'd probably hit 1,000 by like the end of the day. Like just because you're all gonna get, you know, some of you are gonna get one or two, but some of you might get 10 or you know whatever. Like you know, and a thoughtful post, not just like you just share the link because then nobody knows what it is. They're just scrolling
Right.
past it. But if you actually
Yeah.
are like, dude, this channel is great. It's my favorite channel on YouTube. Like blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like now people are like, oh, I'm curious. I'm interested. Like
Yeah.
So, That's up there.
social media is a really powerful thing, man. And like you said, if we had, even if we had the folks that generally join us in our live chats, which is usually, like 30 people or so, obviously that number goes up and down, but I think it kind of averages out to about 30 or so people. But, if everyone did that, I definitely think that would make a huge dent if they're able to. And again, some people can and some people can't, that's perfectly fine. But just throwing ideas out to you guys, because when Jen said that, I was thinking, that's really thoughtful of her. And some of you guys have asked that question before as well. Just you guys are just trying to be like a think tank for us, and I think again that's just awesome that you guys are just thinking about what you can do. But it's true, social media can be it can't hurt. It can't hurt.
Yeah, and I want to say, Jen, again, just you touched on it, but there's days where it's called on collective days, like Mondays and Fridays, where I'll pop into Twitter real quick and I'll see the notifications, and I'll see the Lethal Collective just really quick. I'm not really looking closely, and I'll say, oh, Jake or Knight or Fate must have tweeted something out, and so I go to look at it. No, it's Jen.
Yes,
has created her own message. Now, she's not just retweeting; she's actually typing up her own message about Lethal Collective and posting it. Which, again, that takes a lot of thought to sit down to do that for someone else, And I appreciate you, Jen. We all do. And so I'm like, oh wow! So I just retweeted what Jen put out. It's perfect. Let's go. And so that means a lot when we see that.
Thank you.
Not only and your retweets are wonderful too, of course, everyone. But when you see someone who takes the time that actually cares, that makes it their own post about what you're doing, it really does mean a lot. So thank you, Jen, again, for all that. And you're consistent like all the time.
Yeah. Jen is fantastic. Seriously.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. And we can't, and we can't do it without you guys. So it really does mean a lot to us. And Jake, I also do like your beanie, just like Extron.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you know what it is or no?
I can't see it that well.
I'm trying to make it out. I know.
It's not the guy from Naruto, but it looks like him.
Oh, it's not a panda? I thought it was a panda. Oh,
yeah, it's hard to see it. I can't.
He said I thought it was a panda.
Sucks.
No,
I thought it was a panda. It looks like a panda from here.
And now that you said a panda, I see a panda.
It looks like a panda wearing a hat.
I was
like,
we're
going to see. Greatest thing I've ever seen.
We're just going to keep seeing a panda.
Sucks.
It's a panda.
It's a trash-ass beanie.
You don't even know what it is. So listen, although I am a horror geek, I am also, as the kids say, a weeb, and I just love I love anime as well. I know, cringe, massive cringe, but one of my favorites is Jujutsu Kaisen, and I highly recommend it if you have not seen it. It's basically just a Naruto ripoff, like straight up. It's Naruto without the filler, but that's why I like it. So, bam, there you go.
I could never get into Naruto. The only like anime I ever really got into was like DBZ, because like that was like my childhood growing up.
Baby.
Like, I loved it. But, yeah, like my ex-girlfriend was like obsessed with anime. So like I've seen like some like ridiculous amount of anime, but I just I've never really been able to get into them. I just watched them so she wouldn't yell at me.
It's so funny because I've been like this close to doing some anime, and my brother Killian, he's always like, yeah, we should do that because we grew up on it and still pretty good fans. I'm not as much as I used to be, but he keeps me kind of grounded. And when we did our cartoon stream the other week, and people really enjoyed it, to circle back to our original part of our conversation. And I was so surprised, like Jason was saying, this was so great. It brought back memories. Thank you guys so much. And it was like, you know what? We got to do more of that. We're going to do some more stuff. So I might do some anime, Jake. You never know. So I'll have to let you know. And
Jen, all of us would. All of us would, Jen. Jen's comment.
If I had a picked up, Jen.
We would get a lot more subs. We all would.
I listen to you, Steven. Like, come on, Knight. Take one for the team.
You can do that for us.
That would be my profile picture, just because I know I'd have like 100,000 subs. Like,
If we're gonna go down that road, that's how we're gonna get subs.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's how we're
how
doing
will we
it.
know unless we try it?
I mean, proof of concept. That's all it
Yeah.
is. Proof of concept, man.
You know, we won't know until we try it.
Oh,
Got to get to 1,000 subs, man. Come on, we're almost at 600. Let's go.
Be a team player.
And
Everyone
only
loves
422
everyone loves you,
subs.
Mike. Everyone.
Yeah. You guys are too cute. Amber saying you guys should make a calendar like the fireman
No,
calendar.
we should not.
No.
We want subs. We don't
you
want
don't
to
wanna
repel
see this.
people.
No
We
one
don't
wants
want
to
to
see
no,
this.
no, no.
Trust me, you don't want to see this.
That's the worst idea I've ever heard to grow a channel.
Gosh.
They would see
It
a
would be
picture
night
of me
all
and be
12
like-
months.
It would be disappointed. Yeah, it'd be all 12 months of night. It'd just be different poses.
Yes, exactly. That would sell.
We'd be the
Listen.
camera guys. Like,
Yeah, there you go.
We'd be the ones like
You need
shooting
3
it and
camera
lighting it.
guys.
Yeah.
I did more
I'd be
night.
the one-
Come on.
I'd be the one spraying them with the water all over.
Oh,
their body.
Oh, you got to be lubed. You got to
Yeah,
lube
yeah.
up. You got
Gotta
to
get
oil up.
lubed up, man.
Yes.
Like,
Got to have the shine on the guns.
Tyler,
Got to
I'm
shine.
fine. I'm fine. I'd just be rubbing on his body, like, I'm
Oh.
just making sure we're just doing it. He'd be like,
Okay.
I'm fine there. I'm fine there, Tyler. I'd be like,
So let's be
Are you
clear.
sure?
Okay, here,
I
let's
call
be clear.
March.
So,
Jake, you and I are the cameramen. Fate's the rubber.
oh,
You're
Lord.
the night
what do they
rubber.
call? What do they call them? Fluffers. I'm a fluffer.
You're a
Look at
fluffer.
this.
There you
For
go.
The
night.
oil
Fluffer
rubber,
for night.
all that good stuff.
I'm a fluffer
Oh
for
man,
night.
Ooh.
you guys.
I'll be the backup
Sorry.
fluffer in case Fate can't make it. You know, I'm taking one for the team, guys. You know, that's
Appreciate it.
I'm
That's
a
definitely
little
all I'm
jealous,
I'll be there.
honestly. I got to get one arm at least. I got to get a little bit of
Oh
that.
man.
Got to get
I
some
don't
of
know.
that.
We
I don't
probably
know what
could
to
all
say.
hold it at the same time.
Wow.
Wait, what?
What?
Hold what?
Wait, what? What? All right.
Oh shit. Okay. Anyway.
Oh,
wow.
Are we talking tentacles? What are we doing here? What's going on? Hey, we haven't said
said
the
it.
word all stream. I have to get it in
This
there.
is a good point to get in. This is a good time to plug it.
It is.
Oh man.
Knight's
I
just
tell
like,
you.
what the hell did I get
Where,
myself into?
yeah, where did we go?
Like I said, I'm glad we don't have an HR team because it'd be like, guys, you need
Right.
to stop harassing Knight.
They're gonna be like, "What are you guys doing?" They're gonna be, "What are you doing?"
What are you doing?
What are you
Like,
doing?
Oh man. Night and Craven with the Evil Dead 2 poster recreation. Oh god.
I can't
Oh,
picture
no.
that. I don't remember what that is.
Oh no.
Probably don't want to.
Fluffier decided. Fluffer
Fluffer
decided.
decided. That's right.
Fluffer decided.
Oh lord. You guys are crazy, man.
Nothing like a good fluffer to make the party going.
Yum
I guess-
yucker.
I guess
Yuck.
so.
I'm not gonna yuck your yum.
Yeah.
Yeah, not gonna do that
Yeah.
either.
Wow. All right. Well, guys.
Night. Your night. Wow. Okay, guys, that was a transition right there.
Before we head on out, Steven, did you want to make your announcement?
Yes, I'm moving to Tentacle Island. It's,
Oh,
it's just off the coast of Florida. No, I'm joking. Yeah, so this Saturday is going to be a really cool day. This Saturday night is going to be a very cool night on my channel. I'm having a watch party.
Yeah.
This is the help me out here. This is the third time. Yes, third time. Nancy Ann Ritter, otherwise known as the girl in the bathroom from Scream 1. There she is.
Yes.
She's coming back to the channel, and she's going to watch Scream 5 for the first time. First time watch. And so, listen, guys, you need to show up for her, please. Let's show her some more love. You guys are awesome last 2 times that you've been there to show up when she's come. And we're going to have a great time. I'm going to have some guests on the stream. Some of them you might even collectively know.
Ooh.
And drop a hint. And if you're really bad, cheesy hint. And so Saturday night, 9:15, guys, watch party Scream 5. Be ready. We've not done a Scream 5 watch party on my channel yet. This is the
Yeah.
first time we're doing it, and we're doing it with a guest from Scream 96, a Scream alum, Nancy Ann Ritter. So get ready. We're going to rock the house Saturday night. It's going to be a party.
Yeah, absolutely. That will be awesome.
Jake, did you see my note? I want to make sure you saw it. It's up,
Yes, and
it's
I-
up to you, man.
Speaking of that, I do want to make an announcement as well. So we begin filming for Red Right Hand this week. So Jake will not be at any Friday live streams for the next couple of months. It's like it sucks. Trust me, I really want to be here. I'll still try to pop in when I can, but I really have to focus my time on this movie if it's gonna be anything good. we just put like so many months into pre-production, writing the script, doing the Kickstarter and all that. I really this is now the time. This is now the time to get it done and film it and make it look the best it possibly can. And it's a lot more than we anticipated. I'll just be completely transparent with you with everything we have to film. We've already had some issues with things. The person who was supposed to make our mask is from Russia. And there's a big reason why they can't send us the mask anymore. So we're in crunch time. I got to put a lot more focus into the movie that I have been. So it's going to be a lot of work. So unfortunately I got to cut out something, and I'm just not going to be able to be here for Friday streams. So it'll probably be like July. I shall return, but until then I'll just be here for the Monday streams mostly.
Yeah.
So
all right.
We'll
be holding it down.
I'll miss you.
We will miss you, Jake.
But we'll get some really cool updates on the filming progress on Mondays. That'll be nice. Yeah, there you go, Knight.
Spirit fingers.
Get it up.
That moment on your stream, by the way, when everyone did the fingers, was the greatest moment of my entire life. Just so
that was incredible. There was all 10 of us doing this at one time. Was just, dude. If
someone has a picture of that, I would love that. Like that would just
that would be a cool picture.
I can go back and capture that, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
if you send me a picture of that,
Yep.
that would mean the world. I don't know. Thanks, man.
You bet.
Happy birthday, Ernie.
Happy birthday.
Hey, happy birthday tomorrow. That's awesome.
Very, very cool.
Don't drink too much Fireball.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
When are you getting wisdom tooth taken out, Fate?
Yeah, so I was supposed to be today. I guess I can make the announcement again because I didn't do it since this morning. So I went to go get my teeth pulled out today and do all that stuff like planned. I got there. I filled out all the paperwork. Everything was going great. And then they told me we got to postpone your surgery. So I'm not getting it done till June 13th now. They moved it to June 13th.
Man,
so
what?
You know, yeah. So I wish I would have gotten a phone call, and like, hey, we messed up. We're gonna have to move it up. And you have to do it another day. That would have been great instead of me going down there.
Right.
And fill it in there. They were like, oh, at least you filled out the paperwork. Like, yeah, thanks. I could have filled it out when I was here June 13th. But yeah, so anyway, I was supposed to happen today. It sucks because now I gotta like tell everybody. I made all the arrangements, told everyone on YouTube, made community posts. Everyone's back now. I look like an idiot. So yeah, so that'll be fun. But yeah, anyway, yeah, that's what happened. So the 13th is when I will pull your teeth out for 1/4 of the cost. I appreciate you. My insurance is paid for it. Also, it's free.
Right. All right, guys.
Hey, Knight, before we head out, can I tease something real quick? I just thought of this. So if you guys don't have anything planned Friday night, if it's Friday the 13th, of course, we'll have the collective here. We'll miss Jake, but the three of us will be here. But if you want to have a party, if you want to go to a party Friday night at 9:30 Central, I'm having a Friday the 13th party live stream. I'm inviting a bunch of people. If you were there last Friday, I cannot guarantee epic levels like that, but that was like maybe once in a lifetime. But this Friday, I'm going to do my darndest for us to have another party like that and just celebrate Friday the 13th, have a good time. We're going to go late. So if you're looking for something to do at 9:30 Central on Friday, please come over. I'm not having it up yet. I'm going to have it up on my channel like tomorrow so you can start setting reminders. Love to see you guys there. It's going to be fun.
And Maverick saying any special streams for this Friday 13th. You know it. You know it. So
read my mind. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, well, our Friday night streams have been, our Friday the 13th streams have been on Sundays. But and I did tease it yesterday, but this Friday, I might as well say it. It's not up yet, but you guys will be the first ones to see it. So we're going to do, we just finished the reboot. So we've gone through the whole franchise, all 12 movies. So definitely, if you guys have not seen those episodes, please check them out. A lot of work went into them, but they were fun conversations in the live chat. Any of you guys that were there, they were always fun conversations. But this Friday, we're going to rank the franchise, which is something that we usually do at the end of our series once we're done all the movies in the series. So we're going to do that this Friday after the collective. and we'll see what else. I've got something else I was kind of planning, but it'll either be after that on Friday or probably more likely maybe Saturday. So we'll see. But we're going to be doing a ranking of the franchise after the collective. I think we're going to go on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. So that should be fun because
hell yeah,
yeah, we always love doing that type of stuff with franchises. So hopefully you guys can pop in. And it's funny because the last few entries of the Friday 13th franchise, some of the movies that are the most divisive have been the most well received because everyone is just so passionate one way or the other. And but it's been so much fun, man, because you know it's a labor of love. So anyways, that's what I got going for Friday.
So does the party really start on your show? It sounds like the party starts at the collective, of course.
That's right. I was going to say it starts with the collective first.
And then we're going to move over to nights to watch his rankings. Then we're going to slide over to my channel for the big party, and then Fate. Fate, I'm going to be talking to you because I mean, who knows? I don't know if Fate's got anything going on or not. We haven't talked about it yet, but you never know who may pop up on this big party. You just never know. Stay tuned. If you're not there, you're not going to know. So be there for all these things. It's going to be great.
Yes, absolutely. Cool. All right. Well, look at Jen. Jen's like, come on, everyone. Will you be there?
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be there too. So let's do it.
Get it up. On my way. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Yes, baby.
Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
be
man.
there or be square. That's what we
right.
say here
Be
at the
there or be
collective.
rectangle.
Oh man, you guys are crazy. Anyways, for you guys in the live chat that have been hanging out with us, thank you so much. This was a fun episode. We got a chance to kind of just go all over the place and also talk about some behind the curtain stuff, which we really do enjoy to be able to do that with you guys, and because you support us so well, so we really appreciate it. But give the video a thumbs up. We'd appreciate that. Leave us a comment. You guys know the rules. And yeah, we'll catch you guys on Friday. So yeah, peace out. The collective has spoken.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
See ya.
Peace.